about 2003. By then I had got into crack cocaine and I invented MyPillow in 2004. So you had this parallel track. It took over a year to invent MyPillow. And as I went through that journey, I was turned down at all the box stores and for little kids. And I ended up doing home shows and fairs across the country. And if that leads up, I ended up getting it, like I say, this parallel track. Obviously, I couldn't do home shows and fairs when I was on drugs. I would keep that separate. But there were many miracles happening along the way. But the biggest miracle is God protecting me from during this time of this parallel track of addiction. And I lost a wife of 20 years then. I divorced in 2007. In 2008, the drug dealers actually did an intervention on me in downtown Minneapolis. I'd been up for 14 days. I came out of the bedroom. I had a warrant out for my arrest for something else, which I was found innocent of later. But I came out. I was hiding out downtown Minneapolis, and I came out of the room, and all three drug dealers were standing there. And they all have different parts of the cities, and they knew of each other, but they never met. This is kind of a very unique, probably an anomaly in history. And they said, well, we're cutting you off. You've been up for 14 days. I said, what is this, an intervention? They said, call it whatever you want, Mike. And two of them left, and one of them got the word out in the street. And the other one stayed up next to me, and he said, how much crack you have left? And I showed him, and about 4 hours later, at 2 a.m, I was carpet farming and scraping the crack pipe, and I looked over, and he had fell asleep. So I headed down the streets of Minneapolis. I couldn't buy crack anywhere. They had gotten the word out and actually threatened people in the street to not sell me any crack. And I came back up to the room an hour later, defeated, and he looked at me and he said, how'd that work out for you? And he said, man, you've been telling us for years that you're going to quit your addictions, and you're going to come back and help us all someday, and we're not going to let you die on us. He said, give me your phone. And he said, I'm going to take a picture too for that book you've been telling us you're going to write someday. So all these things I kept telling him, I was their hope, because I was even trying to sell myself on the fact that Jesus is real back then. And by the way, two of them are born again Christians that work for me now. But I didn't quit then. I quit on January 16, 2009. I prayed to God that night. I knew I couldn't go any further. If I went one day further, the second part of my life, like I think I described it in my book, is the second feature of my life would be that wouldn't be an option anymore.